Alright people, I put out a tweet on Twitter. I said, guys, just send me some questions. I'm doing the Q&A. It's been a minute since I've done one. It's been around like 60K, which was only a couple months ago. But I figured I'd do another one, right? And so y'all responded. Quentin Gamble said, have you ever considered making another channel? Making it a reaction channel because you're really funny. I don't know that I'm really funny, but I was really close 3 different times to making a channel. 3 times. One of them I even made I made the graphics for it. And then I decided not to. Yo, if you've been watching me for a while now, you know I don't like to divide my focus. I like to do one thing and do it really well. The second you start to say, let's make a second channel, I also have university, which takes up like 90% of my time, on top of main channel, on top of hitting the gym. That shit gets way too much. And then some of those priorities are gonna hold a massive L. So either new channels can be trash, or this channel would take a massive hit, and I didn't really want either of those. Cole asked, how far will the Raptors go this year? Now this is where I need to talk to y'all. When are y'all gonna stop disrespecting my Raptors, huh? At what point? Every single year, experts say Raptors are gonna perform worse than last season. They're just gonna get worse. They just will. This happened this year, and every single year the East every year East got better. Did it really? Because every year people have been saying the East has gotten better. It should look like the same to me. But agent, didn't y'all lose Biombo? No, Biombo wasn't. He was like a 75 overall paint protector. He had no fucking offense. So DeRozan and Lowry get double teamed, pass to Biombo. What do I do? Do I take a mid-range shot? Oh yeah, that's gonna work out well because it always does. Long story. How'd it work out for Orlando, huh? Getting off to a terrible start to the season. An NBA article wrote, if you went to NBA.com before the second game of the season, they wrote, Biombo's coming back for game 2. That should help the defensive woes. They got demolished that game. Oh, defensive. Not only that, DeMarre Carroll's back starting. He was injured pretty much all last season. Amazing lockdown defender. Boy's a beast. Jonas Valanciunas managed to get better. Norman Powell came out of nowhere in the D-League. That guy was balling out in the playoffs last year. Sullinger's injured, but when he comes back mid-season, that's gonna be great because God knows we need a power forward. Stop it, all right? The Raptors had 56 wins last year. They got better. Don't make the excuse the East got better. This shit did not, all right? The only competition for the Raptors right now is the Cavaliers. I just triggered a lot of Bull fans, Celtic fans especially, and some Pacer fans. Derek Young asks, all-time favorite NBA moment you've ever witnessed. All right, you know this guy right here? Man, he's an amazing player, isn't he? So I'm gonna wind it down like this. Shot clock's going down, 4th quarter, buzzer beater, contested.
Kobe cannot get Patterson in the air. A wild 3, hit it.
3-pointer, buzzer to tie the game, put in overtime. It's overtime, makes the same damn shot this time to put his team up to win the game. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Payton to inbound. Bryant for 3.
The definition of clutch, why he's my favorite player. I don't want to hear no stats about Kobe. Fuck you, all right? Relax, okay? Why don't you just appreciate players? Why you always like to fucking hate on people? Relax. Sam Bush asks, what's the deal with all the Postit notes on my wall? So you guys, sometimes you see it in the background. If I just move my mic real quick, you see the Postit notes right there? Bam. So usually, like, I set out my goals to start each year, and so I kind of just lay them out on the wall, see, and I don't have to look at it ever again. All I know is I just need to execute those things throughout the year. I'm good. So the top one, the orange shit, that's like the main goal, right? The yellow shit is like the stuff you have to do to get the main goals, the stuff you have to accomplish, the objectives, right? Then the blue stuff is the things I gotta do daily. Every single day I hit those to get the objectives, which eventually will get me the orange thing. And then the red stuff is just long-term goals. So I have 3 of those up, and then those are like, if I go over there, like my core principles, like you can't fuck those things up, which I've been doing a pretty bad job of doing recently. Like I've been fucking up a lot, but I'm getting better. I don't know why I do it, to be honest. It kind of looks nice too, and I need some shit to put up on the wall, so I was like, might as well map shit out. So I literally spent today just fucking listening to some motivational videos like I always do and just mapping this shit out, yo. Eddie asks, what is the best way for small YouTubers to get more attention? I'm currently at 135. I'm looking for advice. Now this is like a loaded question because there could be an entire channel dedicated to answering some of these questions, and a lot of people on YouTube will tell you the wrong fucking answer, man. I mean, so many people on YouTube will tell you it's your content, but your content's 50% of it. First of all, you have to check yourself and see if your content is good, because if your content's good, then you can find ways to grow. But if your content is trash, even if YouTube puts you on the fucking homepage, you still won't grow. So you gotta get that first check. And once you get that, the other 50% is getting people to watch your videos. So I don't know if you just buy yourself like a juicy, well-reviewed marketing textbook, because there's a lot of things that people do in business that transfer over to YouTube. Because I'm in class a lot of times, and we're in a sport management marketing class. I be listening. I'm like, wow, that would work really well for YouTube. Like, it's very transferable. I don't know. People are so many people aren't self-aware. Like, you don't really know what you're good at. But if you're good at something, be the best at that something, and then people are gonna want to come and watch you. So that's everybody's working on that, right? So I mean, if you can't answer the question, why would people watch me, then it's gonna be very difficult, especially now, to grow from the bottom, because this shit is just challenging. So you gotta give people a reason to watch you, pretty much, at the end of the game. Rodas asks, what's your 5 favorite TV shows on Netflix that I should stream illegally? I took this question purposely because I'm watching a show right now called Black Mirror. Oh my god, it's been since Prison Break or Lost that I've seen a show this fucking good. Now, the different episodes aren't even connected. They're just different stories of different people, but you literally see people's lives be fucking torn apart. There's many different episodes, but I'll give you the situation for one. There's this black dude in the army, right? And he's with this army with a bunch of other people, and they're fighting these people that they call roaches. And so he's in his first day of action. He starts killing a few of the roaches. The roaches are they have these weird zombie faces. They look fucking nasty, right? But then one of the roaches uses some electronic thing that fucks up his mask and some visuals. It's a very sci-fi show, so they see like HUDs in front of them and holograms and shit. So it's really sci-fi. That's the whole point of the show. And I don't know how else to explain it, but through a long turn of events, he found out some shit that was like, every episode I was like, what the fuck? I'm pretty good at guessing what comes next in shows because I watch enough where I can predict. In this show, they hit a hard left and I'm like, what? This is so depressing. His whole family's life is fucking over and it wasn't even his fault. It's so good that it's worth watching through all the sadness, yo, it is. But there's nudity and swearing, which is good in shows. I hate when they censor shit, man, because you can tell the person just wants to say fuck, but then he says some other shit and you're like, just say what you wanted to say, man. So it's really just brutally just, oh. Anyway, I recommend it. I wish I was sponsored, but I'm just not. Good show. And King Uno asks, is college overwhelming? It's not even like, it really just depends on what program you're in. I've seen some people say shit is just easy. So, I mean, but then if you ask a fucking engineering student in University of Toronto, they'll tell you they almost want to kill themselves 1,000 times going through their university program. And it also depends on if you're just trying to pass, because it's easy to just pass, or you're trying to do really fucking good at hitting Dean's List or even past that. But assuming you're in a, what I do, sport management is my program, is not difficult content. You're not gonna sit there and be like, whoa, that marketing concept is really complex. I'm not gonna be able to understand it. For the most part, even in our finance classes, like, it's pretty, like, if you know math, like, you'll be able to do it. But they give you so much volume. They're like, yo, do 15,000 assignments and 100,000 exams in 1 month, and you're like, what the fuck? How do I do all this shit? So it's really just time management. So it's like if your mom gave you just some real hot dish and she's like, hold it with your hands and walk upstairs and give it to dad, right? And you're like, all right, I got this. And this shit is fucking burning you in the first second, but then you're like, I gotta climb up these stairs, right? And then by the time you climb, you get worn out by the end of the year. You're like, yo, I need a break. But you see, this is what I started doing. I started to take 4 classes instead of 5 each semester and just catch up over the summer. That way I can hit the averages that I want to. I don't feel overwhelmed. I can still do YouTube and I still keep on pace with the other people. So it's like I kind of balance shit out that way. Anyway, that's it for the questions. Toronto FC is playing right now, so I want to finish watching this game. I'll catch you guys in the next video. If you guys enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new. I'm out. Peace.